My 27 meters ex has been sleeping with my friend for the last 3 months behind my back. Context. We had been dating for 6 years and 8 months. The last 12 months of our relationship turned unhealthy, and due to my habits and shortcomings, she lost a lot of love for me and couldn't go on the way we were. I understood. She expressed that if I were to change, maybe one day we could be together again. 2 weeks prior to the breakup, a mutual friend is being kicked out of home and has nowhere to go, so we open our home and let him in. He and my partner were incredibly close, to the point where it made me uncomfortable and accusatory. We had our fights, which kept pushing my partner away because nothing was happening. 2 weeks later, we broke up. We had an explosive fight, and she couldn't do it anymore and ended it. We have 6 years of shared assets between us, and we are each other's best friends. I didn't want to leave. I was still madly in love with her, and to her I was her best friend that she never wanted to lose. Fast forward to now, I've been having suspicions since December through to last week that they had something going on. They constantly convinced me there was nothing there, neither were each other's type, and it was disgusting to even think about. Until yesterday, when I walked into my friend's room and caught them when they thought I'd be asleep. My friend lied through his teeth. He expressed she was giving him a hand job, and that nothing more had ever happened besides hand stuff. I went to my ex, who I have been spending the last 3 months trying my hardest to repair our relationship, who was sobbing on the bed, and asked her to tell me the truth. They have been having time constantly for the last 3 months, roughly 2 weeks after we broke up. They assure me it's only because they're bored and it meant nothing. They have done everything together, things I used to ask her to do that she wouldn't do with me in a million years. Needless to say, I've been extremely hurt, angry and upset by all of this. It's been a very volatile 3 days, and I've had lots of polarizing opinions in my ears. I finally decided to go back to my house, say my piece and pack my things. I was certain this was the right thing to do given how hurt I was. I began the long drive back to my parents' house where I'm temporarily staying, and the whole time I cried uncontrollably. Not because the last 3 months I've been trying to fix things with her, not for the fact I feel like I've lost my soulmate and my friend betrayed my trust, but I was crying because of the friendship I'm now missing. I've been crying because I miss her companionship and caring nature. I miss my best friend. I have tried calling and texting to apologize for the hurtful things I have said and done, because I genuinely in my heart want my friend back. We were inseparable for the longest time, and we know each other inside and out. I had been so focused on trying to rebuild the relationship that I totally forgot about the friendship that was there the whole time. Reddit, what the duck do I do? I know I need to give her time, just as I'm sure I need time. I just miss my best friend, and I feel like I might have pushed her away with how I reacted when I found everything out. She apologized for leading me on, as it was never her intention, and that she meant in a few years if things had changed maybe we could look into a relationship. Unfortunately, I took it as if I change ASAP maybe we can work again. But I was so painfully wrong. What do I do? Please. I'm very lost, I'm very alone, and I can't stop crying. Redditor's reaction, story 2 after. Redditor 1, you need to go radio silent. Leave them both alone and grieve your lost relationships with both of them. People that can betray you under your own roof are not your friends anymore. Try to stay busy. Idle time will not help. I'm sorry this happened. Betrayal is horrible. Op answer, that's something I'm hearing a lot, and I'm not sure if me missing her is just my heart being dumb. I don't call what she did cheating, not would I hate her for having time with someone. Honestly, anyone but him would have resulted in a different ending. Yes, I was trying to rebuild our relationship, but that was my own miscommunication and my own error. I should have moved on back in December when we broke up. My issue is the betrayal and the sneaking around. If they had told me when it started, I might have been able to just deal with it better, instead of wasting the last 3 months trying to fix a dead relationship. I don't even care about it anymore, I just miss her being my best friend, and it sucks because I honestly just don't know what to do. Redditor 2, you need to go no contact. It's already weird that you two kept on living together when broken up. She's already in a space to move on. And you need to grieve the end of your relationship and the betrayal from your best friend. Most people chose to never date their friends' exes. At the very least, he should have been honest. Instead, he gaslighted you. Right now, you're trying to hold on to him because you feel like you've already lost your girlfriend, so you're trying to stop any more people from leaving your life. Focus on yourself, rebuilding your life and continuing the self-growth you've already started during these past 3 months. As soon as you realize that you'll be okay without them, the better it'll be for you. And the easier it'll be to accept what everyone on here is saying. Op answer, oh dude, I don't give a duck about him. I'll never forgive him and I'm not interested in him being in my life ever again. I have a lot of shared assets with her and combined expenses, so we stayed together for that as she was also without work and I have a well-paying job that meant I could handle said expenses and stay on my feet. Plus, we have pets too, pets that I miss dearly right now. Redditor 3, you need to go zero contact with them and get them out of your life. They both didn't respect you as a friend or as a partner and would continue to lie to you if they weren't caught. And the reason they given being bored is even more disrespectful as they care that little of you that this is the reason they give. You need to put yourself first and get them out of your life, as if you keep in contact with them then it will be harder to get over. Op answer, but I'm in a position where I'm willing to move past it if it means being friends with her. If we were on the same page when we broke up that she meant maybe in a few years we might work again, not the few months that I interpreted, then maybe things would be different. I'd have been able to move on from her months ago and pursue new things. She's still my best friend through all of this, and that's what hurts the most. If I feel in my heart that I can forgive them for the lies, as I said, we were broken up regardless of me trying to fix things, and I can't call what she did cheating because we aren't together. What's the right call? Is it worth salvaging the best friendship I've ever had if I can put this thing behind me? I don't want to pursue a relationship with her anymore, or ever again. But I would like to be close with her how we have been and just remain best friends like we have been for 7 years. Story 2, my 22M spouse 23F has made a new male best friend and it's getting the best of me. I don't really know where to begin. I'm at a point where I flip-flop between feeling insane and totally justified. My wife has made a close opposite S-time friend at work. She Snapchats him constantly, FaceTimes him 3-5 times per week, goes out to coffee lunch with him. He has made little to no effort to be friends with me. While he does go through the motions and invites me to some of their activities, it's like I'm not even there. They have such specific banter that I don't even feel like I could keep up with or participate in. On the outside it appears the two of them have much more fun and in common than my wife and I. They have spent a lot of alone time together, which has at least been limited now that we decided solo movie nights are out of the question, but they still seem virtually inseparable. A couple things that have put me over the edge. My wife is laying in bed with me, and she randomly says I miss Nate so much. I have withdrawals from all of our acid talking. A few days later he FaceTimes her to get a ride to a work-related event. He doesn't know I'm sitting right next to her and literally starts talking to her in a baby voice. The only time I have ever talked to someone in that way was when I was in a relationship with them. She also made the comment that he is one of the only things that make her life bearable. I'm very uncomfortable with the entire dynamic. I continue to voice my discomfort, but I know the most that will happen is a few superficial boundaries like no movie nights alone, but still hanging out alone in every other way. When more serious measures have been discussed, she made it clear that she doesn't think ending the friendship is fair. She really doesn't want to start resenting me. Hopefully just writing this out will be somewhat cathartic. I'm sure at some level I'm not being totally fair to my wife. This is just how I'm feeling. Redditor's reaction. Story 3 after. Redditor 1, they're definitely going into emotional cheating territory. The fact that she tells you she misses him and he makes life bearable would definitely cross some boundaries for me. They're behaving as if they're dating. You need to talk to her about it ASAP. They need to cut back on the FaceTime calls and Snapchatting. If she gives you pushback, which I feel like she will, then you got a problem. Don't let her gaslight you by saying they're just friends and she loves you blah blah. Tell her they're getting way too comfortable and crossing some boundaries for you. Redditor 2, if my wife said another man was what made her life bearable, I would be super pissed and would ask her to back down the relationship. If she doesn't see herself how this is hurting your relationship, then you are in a no-win situation. Asking her to back off with this friend will just end up with her resenting you. I'm so sorry you are in this situation, but the only thing you can do is show her how this friendship is hurting your marriage. Redditor follow-up, I agree and see it as a respect issue, and a serious red flag. If you have to explain in minute detail why this is a problem and then get treated like you're jealous or insane, then you're being gaslighted. Redditor 3, there is nothing good that will come of this friendship. Find the boundaries you can live with and communicate them to your wife. Don't sit on the sidelines while your marriage falls apart. Redditor follow-up, the truth is that this relationship is very disrespectful to you and very inappropriate. Just tell her that she spend more quality time with him than she does with you. The baby voice also confirms that he wants more. Then ask her to honestly think if she would be okay with him having this sort of relationship with another man. P.S. Nobody misses their best friend if they don't talk to the best friend for a while and have withdrawals like your wife describes. Story 3. Wife admitted to cheating for 8 months and wants to stay together? Long story short, we've been together for a little over 7 years. She last year admitted to cheating on me and not wanting to be with me. I begged and freaked out and she stayed with me. And I felt like a dead man walking, that at any moment it would all collapse. Then about 8-ish months later she admits to cheating on me for months. I say okay, I accept you don't want this anymore, and I pack up some of my stuff and get ready to move in, go my dad's. She starts crying and begging that I stay, that she didn't think I would just leave, but I do. The next morning she asks me to come home and I say let's get food. We talk and she says she ended it with the other guy. I say okay and come back, but I want to have a kid. A day goes by and she acts emotionless, so we talk in the afternoon and she says maybe she's just afraid of being alone and that she doesn't love me. So I go to my dad's again, and later that afternoon she messages me freaking out that it was all a mistake and she's so sorry, that all she wants is me and that it hurts less to lose him than me. I ignored her messages and she just showed up at my dad's and begged me to come back. It's been 2 nights and all my time out of work I've spent drunk plus high. I am emotionally effed, and am at a loss to the fact the woman I've been with over 7 years has been sexually active with another man for months. Buff is begging me to stay. Redditor's reactions. Redditor 1, don't stay. She will do this forever. You deserve better. Redditor follow-up, she will do this forever. He's her human yo-yo. Just reading the back and forth made my twitch. He needs to end it. For his own sanity. Redditor 2, don't stay and don't have a kid with her. You deserve someone who will be faithful. Redditor 3, goodness. Okay, first off, you just found out your wife lied to you, broke her vows, cheated on you for months with another man, and your knee-jerk reaction is for her to come back and you have a child? Please, no. That's not going to help anything but bring an innocent child into a situation of chaos, hurt and confusion, and that's not the answer. That'll never help anything. What you're really struggling with is the acceptance of your wife cheating on you. This hurts. It's wrong and it's so painful. You're not giving yourself time to really even absorb all of this and reacting. She needs to leave you the hell alone. You need to take some time for yourself. Fully realize, what she's done to you, what your new reality is. Let your emotions calm down and let some logic balance things out. You don't want to be with a cheating woman that is supposed to love you and be loyal. You have to stand up for yourself. You deserve more than this. You have to find your own self-worth and love yourself enough to say no. I am so sorry that this happened. Please give yourself some time. I'd also call a counselor to help you through this. Alcohol and drugs are not going to help. You've been hurt enough. Don't hurt yourself more by doing those things. Redditor 4, man, that's toxic as. Just leave. Find a good divorce lawyer if you think you need it and get a STD test. Take time to heal and move on. Find someone who respects you and your relationship. It doesn't sound like you have kids, so thank your lucky stars. She's shown you who she is, so you should listen to her. Cheating is so disrespectful and disgusting. Hope things get better for you soon, mate. Redditor 5, Lesson 1, never beg someone to stay with you. You don't want to be with someone whom you have to convince to stay. You want to be with someone who is excited to be with you. Lesson 2, listen to someone when they say they don't love you. Because that is usually the truth. When they recant, it is because they are afraid of being alone, or have some other motivation to hurt you. Once is enough. Get an STD test, get a divorce, Pick up the pieces of your life and do your best to move on. You will learn how to trust again. It hurts now, but the wound will heal and you will be okay. Redditor 6, don't bring a kid into this abusive relationship.